By 1994, the New Kids' popularity was starting to fade. The guys were frustrated with their squeaky clean image and fought to be taken seriously as artists. And Jonathan Knight was secretly dealing with the panic attacks that would drive him to leave the group. For NKOTB, it was the beginning of the end.
You went from selling out stadiums around the world, the biggest band in the world, to splitting up and people not really caring what you were doing every day anymore. How did you handle that?
I think, I know for me personally, right after it stopped, it was a big transition. I mean, you're so built up, and then all of a sudden you're like, nobody's screaming my name. But after a few years, I loved it. You know, it was like Donnie said, it was nice to be able to walk around in your underwear and not always having you just have your privacy. You have your life.
Outside in your underwear?
I do. I walk outside in my underwear. I have no neighbors, so. Nude sunbathing. That's what I do.
Well, I'd like to talk to you about that, if I may, because you have been public in the past about saying you had some anxiety issues. So what made you decide to jump back into this, and how's it been so far?
I'm dealing with it, and I'm here by choice. I could have said no, but why would I say no? And I think we're all grown up now, and I have the support. They all know where I'm coming from, so it's great. I mean, I'm still like this half the time, but I just live with it, and we'll just go down this path together.
I had a moment. I was doing a movie in New York, and it was a few years after New Kids, maybe 2, and I was shooting a scene in Central Park, and this was a real epiphany for me. I started to hear a few screeches and screams, and it's like a chill went down my back, and I was like, oh man, and I got a little like I got spotted, and it's like I'm gonna have to take pictures. It's gonna get a little crazy, and which I love to do, but for some reason I just got a sort of panic came over me, and I looked to the side, and the screams are getting louder, and there was Mel Gibson walking onto the set, and I realized it was for him, and I relaxed. I felt, and that kind of taught me something. I realized it was about the work for me, it wasn't about all the extra stuff, and makes you wonder why I'm doing this again now, but it was a real moment, and I'll never forget it. I mean, I think it was the first time I felt really happy after the New Kids ended.
After the break, blonde, brunette, or redhead, boxers or briefs.
The guys and I get personal fast. Smudhounds, stick around.
One of the best parts of interviewing the New Kids on the Block for 45 minutes is getting to ask them all the fun, flirty questions you ever wanted to know. And believe me, I took full advantage.
I'm going to play Regis. This is our lightning round. Does anyone want to volunteer to sort of go head-to-head with me in our lightning round? It's easy. You're not going to be uncomfortable. You're all volunteering? Okay. Ready? Who's aged the best?
Me.
Cover girl.
Me.
Who's the biggest flirt?
Me.
Joe. I kind of won that award. I walked away.
Joe's got that.
And after the cameras are off, this guy.
Blonde, brunette, or redhead?
Blonde. I gotta say.
Brunette.
I gotta say.
Brunette.
Dirty blonde.
Brunette.
Dirty,
All three.
Dirty blonde.
I'm going with all 3, folks.
I think I am too.
Yeah,
I seen a hot redhead the other day.
Boxers or briefs?
I'm going freestyle right now.
Good to know.
Free balling.
Free balling.
It's hot out. NSYNC or Backstreet Boys?
NSYNC.
What did he say?
Everyone's. Did you say none of them?
I said neither.
Everyone said NSYNC.
Number of New Kids who had a crush on Tiffany?
1.
I made out with her years later.
Unreal.
That's a big story.
Wow.
In a bar.
I know. Why don't you put that to rest, buddy? Here's a married man talking about he made out with Tiffany years later. He's just putting her out there, man.
Before that was.
I
years
can't.
before I
My
met my
producer
wife.
won't let me let that go. So did you have a?
Yeah, it was
Listen.
very. I hate the word random, but it was the most random.
They bumped into each other in New York. There was talk. There was a drinks. There was wine. And yada yada yada. One thing led to another.
He said, "Well, there you go. One thing led to another. We started making out."
Was there any?
Sorry, John.
Was there any second base?
Hey, all
Any
these
second
TV
base?
shows
Third base?
Are you over the betrayal?
Yes. I
Yeah? Okay, I'm glad. Because I just wanted to make sure.
I'm
shocked.
You're red in the face, man. You sure this isn't going to be a problem later in the drug?